Wait. Let me ask you something. Have you ever looked at garden decor online? The kind that makes a space look like it belongs on a magazine cover, and thought, yeah, right. Who can afford all that? Well, you can, yes you, right now, with nothing but a $1.50 roll of peel stick wallpaper, some basic tools, and your own 2 hands. Today, we're diving into 25 gorgeous, genius DIY garden decor ideas that will blow your mind, and each one costs basically pennies. And the best part? You don't need to be crafty. You don't need a garage full of tools. You just need a vision, and that little roll of wallpaper. Before we dig in, go ahead and hit like if you're ready to transform your space without draining your wallet. Tap subscribe, because I promise, you'll never look at wallpaper the same way again. DIY 1. Chic mini pot wraps. Imagine this. You've got a couple of those basic terracotta pots sitting around. They're useful but, let's be real, kind of boring. All you need to do is measure a strip of your wallpaper, peel the backing, and smooth it right around the outside of the pot. Choose a soft botanical print or a bold geometric pattern. Totally your call. Add a little jute rope to the rim, maybe even a name label, and boom, what was once a bland little pot is now garden chic. Pro tip: use a waterproof sealant to keep it rain ready. DIY 2. Faux marble stepping stones. You've got stepping stones? Let's turn them into art. Cut your wallpaper into natural stone or pebble shapes. Stick them onto your stepping stones and then cover with clear outdoor Mod Podge or a sealant spray. The result? A marble look path that sparkles in the sun, and nobody will guess it's wallpaper. Try it with hexagon patterns for a modern look. DIY 3. Decorative plant labels. Got herbs or veggies? Let's give them labels with personality. Stick wallpaper onto small wooden stakes. Tongue depressors, paint stir sticks, anything you've got. Write the plant names with a Sharpie or paint pen, and you've just added color-coded charm to your grow space. Choose different patterns for different plant types. Florals for flowers, leaves for herbs, chevrons for veggies. DIY 4. Tin can hanging planters. You know those tin cans you were about to recycle? Grab a few, cover them in wallpaper, punch a couple of holes for twine or wire, and voila, gorgeous hanging planters that cost you almost nothing. This one's amazing for small patios or balcony spaces where you want vertical charm. DIY 5. Tiny Zen garden tray. Line a shallow tray, like an old picture frame or baking dish, with soft, earthy wallpaper. Fill it with white sand, add a couple of pebbles, maybe a mini succulent or air plant. It's a moment of peace for your porch table or windowsill. And yes, it makes your space feel more expensive too. Use a soft wood grain or sand-toned wallpaper to keep the vibe calming. DIY 6. Bird bath makeover. Got a concrete or plastic bird bath? It probably looks a little sad. Let's change that. Stick some peel stick wallpaper around the outer rim or base. Go bold with mosaic prints or stay classic with muted florals. Seal it, place it back in your garden, and just watch. Your feathered friends will love their upgraded spa. Extra charm if you add matching wallpaper to a nearby planter for cohesion. DIY 7. Whimsical fairy house facade. Take a small wooden box, cover it with tiny swatches of wallpaper in whimsical prints. Add mini windows, a popsicle stick door, maybe a pebble roof. Suddenly your flower bed has a fairy village tucked inside. Kids love it. Guests smile every time. Fairy garden kits are cute, but yours will be completely custom. DIY 8. Full mosaic pots. Cut your wallpaper into irregular shapes, triangles, squares, diamonds. Stick them onto a pot, spacing them out just slightly. Seal it. It's like a mosaic, without the mess of tile or grout. Choose bold colors for a fiesta vibe, or go subtle for a more serene look. Bonus: use metallic patterns for a shimmering effect when sunlight hits. DIY 9. Statement garden planter barrel. Got one of those large plastic or wooden barrels lying around? Maybe it's faded. Maybe it's cracked. No problem. Wrap it in bold patterned wallpaper, faux wood grain, bright florals, or vintage tiles. You just turned a bland tub into a designer centerpiece. Add a cluster of tall grasses or sunflowers, and suddenly, it's not just a planter. It's a showstopper. Seal with an outdoor adhesive spray for weather protection. DIY 10. Paneled garden fence art. This one's dramatic. In the best way. Pick one fence panel, just one, and cover it with a vertical sheet of wallpaper. Choose something eye-catching, like Moroccan tiles, bold leaves, or geometric golds. That single panel becomes a focal point, a backdrop, a conversation starter. Tip: if your fence is slatted, attach a plywood sheet first for smooth application. DIY 11. Garden bench makeover. You know that garden bench where the paint's peeling or the wood's faded? Time to revive it. Clean the surface, peel and stick a durable wallpaper across the seat or backrest. Finish with a waterproof sealant spray. Instant refresh. Cozy, stylish, and ready for your morning tea. Choose wallpaper that feels like fabric or with texture for a natural look. DIY 12. Wallpapered garden tool handles. Let's make your tools feel as joyful as your plants. Wrap the handles of your trowels, weeders, and hand forks in peel stick wallpaper. It adds grip, style, and helps you find them easily in the soil. Pro tip: use different patterns for different tools, like a signature look. DIY 13. Garden mirror frame. Mirrors are magic in a garden. They reflect light, create the illusion of space, and add charm. Find an old frame or cheap mirror. Apply wallpaper to the outer edge of the frame, seal it, and hang it on a fence or garden wall. Suddenly, your little patio feels twice as big and twice as elegant. Use a mosaic or antique pattern for a timeless finish. DIY 14. Decorative shade sail edging. Shade sails are useful, but let's make them beautiful. Cut long strips of wallpaper and apply them to the outer trim of your shade cloth or attach to wood posts around the sail. You've just turned practical shade into a playful decor element. Go tropical for summer vibes, or vintage tile for Mediterranean flair. DIY 15. Elegant mini greenhouse panels. If you've got a small greenhouse or cold frame with solid bottom panels, line those panels with wallpaper for a surprising twist. Botanical prints inside your greenhouse? Yes. That way, even when your seedlings are just sprouting, your space already looks lush. Waterproof wallpaper only, and seal the edges tightly. DIY 16. Stepping stone numbers. Make your pathway smarter and more stylish. Cut numbers from peel stick wallpaper, bold ones, in clear fonts. Apply to concrete stepping stones. Use it to number garden beds, guide kids, or mark zones in your backyard. Add arrows or small icons for even more fun. DIY 17. Wallpaper-lined garden shelves. You've got a shelf on your balcony or tucked in a garden corner, right? Line the back or bottom of each shelf with coordinating wallpaper. Suddenly it feels intentional, styled, like a little boutique garden shop of your own. Bonus: coordinate with your pot wraps for a unified look. DIY 18. Faux tile garden wall. You know those ultra-stylish tile walls in designer gardens? The ones that cost thousands. You can fake the look. No mortar, no mess. Just grab a large plywood panel, paint it in a base coat, optional, and layer on your tile-patterned wallpaper. Attach it to your fence, wall, or even as a freestanding backdrop. Suddenly your patio has a gorgeous faux tile feature wall that costs under $10. Who's gonna know? Seal with waterproof Mod Podge or clear resin if exposed to heavy rain. DIY 19. Garden gate glamour. Let's talk about your gate. It's the first thing people see when they enter your garden. So let's make it unforgettable. Choose a wood grain or antique wallpaper. Apply it to the flat face of your gate panels, then top coat it for durability. The transformation? Like upgrading from a plain garage door to a French chateau entrance. Seriously. Accent with new hardware, knobs or handles, for extra polish. DIY 20. Outdoor rug illusion. Yep, you can even lay down a rug. Made entirely of wallpaper. Choose a roll with a bold, central medallion design. Cut it into a rug shape, rectangle, oval, even round, then seal it onto plywood or a heavy plastic sheet. Place it under your outdoor seating area and it gives the illusion of a real outdoor rug, with none of the mildew, fading, or cleaning. Try using contact paper underneath for extra grip. DIY 21. Faux brick planter box. Build, or buy, a plain wooden planter box. Then, cover it in faux brick peel stick wallpaper. You've just created the look of custom brick masonry without ever mixing mortar. It adds instant weight, warmth, and texture to any corner of your garden. Match it with stone-look stepping stones from earlier for design harmony. DIY 22. Vertical palette garden backdrop. you've seen vertical gardens. But have you seen one with style? Take a wooden palette, paint or sand it down, and cover the back slats in peel stick wallpaper. Attach small pots or mason jars with metal clamps or twine. The result? A living wall with built-in personality. Choose nature-themed prints like leaves or florals to blend with your plants. DIY 23 Gazebo Panel Pop. Got a pergola or gazebo? Even just a small one, choose a few accent panels, one on each side, or every other beam, and apply wallpaper to the inside surfaces. This works especially well with wood grain or tapestry-style patterns. It adds cozy, intimate warmth without a single construction project. Coordinate your cushion or throw fabric with a wallpaper pattern for a designer feel. DIY 24 Giant Mosaic Flower Art. Want a serious statement piece? Cut your wallpaper into petal shapes, big ones. Stick them on a wood or foam board to create a massive flower mosaic. Use contrasting prints for the center, stems, or background. Hang it on a fence, lean it against a wall. Or use it as a movable backdrop for garden parties. Add fairy lights or string lights around the edges for extra magic. DIY 25 Display Cabinet Backdrop. If you have a small hutch, glass front cabinet, or even an old bookshelf you use for garden gear, line the back with bold peel stick wallpaper. Not only does it turn functional storage into decor, but it also adds a burst of joy every time you open the doors. Use gold or botanical prints for an upscale, curated look. Look at where you started. And look at what you've done. One roll of Dollar Tree wallpaper. Just $1.50. And yet, you didn't just decorate a garden. You redefined it. You wrapped those tired old pots with confidence. You traced the outline of a faux tile wall with your fingertips like you were building your own art exhibit. You transformed your gate into an entrance worth remembering. You didn't just do projects, you created places. Places that tell your story. That feel like you. And you did it with peel stick wallpaper. You did it with your own two hands. You did it without a designer, without a massive budget, without waiting for the perfect time, because you realized something important. The garden is not just dirt and plants. It's your canvas, and you're the artist. That first peel. That first smooth swipe around a planter. That first time you stood back and thought, wow, I did that. That's the kind of quiet magic that doesn't need to be shouted. It just settles into your soul like morning sunlight on a flower bed. Maybe for years you thought outdoor spaces were just too much work. Too expensive. Too complicated. Not anymore. Now you know, creativity doesn't come from money. It comes from trying. From touching. From believing that you deserve a beautiful space, right now, without waiting for some distant someday. You've proven it. And I hope, more than anything, you feel proud. So here's what I want you to do now. Step 1. Pick one project, big or small, and just begin. Even if you're nervous. Even if you've never DIY'd anything before. You've got this. Step 2. Take a photo of your transformation. Yes, even if it's still in progress. Use the hashtag #DollarGardenGlow and tag me so I can cheer you on, feature your brilliance, and celebrate your creativity. Step 3. Subscribe. Because this is just the beginning. Every day, we're building this garden dream together. More hacks, more magic, more affordable DIYs that bring beauty to life, without breaking the bank. Speech a loon and leave a comment. Tell me which of the 25 ideas spoke to you. Was it the mosaic flower? The faux outdoor rug? That magical garden gate? This channel is your space.